This is a special presentation for the Bleav in Pro Wrestling podcast. Here's Rick Ucchino on the Bleav Podcast Network.
What is going on, you guys? Rick Ucchino here for the Bleav in Pro Wrestling podcast and YouTube channels. Got some great content coming for you here from WrestleMania weekend, the big press junket, some 83 media markets involved, including yours truly, live here in Dallas. WrestleMania 38 is upon us. But real quick, before we dive into this interview, got to give a shout out to our friends over at Manscaped. Without them, I would not be here right now talking to you and talking to some of the biggest stars in the wrestling industry. They are the number one men's grooming company for all the things you got to take care of below the waist. You know what I'm saying? Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's performance package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. You can join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer. 20% off, free worldwide shipping using our promo code BLEAVPW. Go to manscaped.com. Again, promo code BLEAV, the letter P, and the letter W. The Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped, it has arrived, and this is an absolute game changer. It includes this bad boy right here, all right? The Lawnmower 4.0, huge upgrade for what I was typically using. All right, this thing is smooth, it's comfortable, it works fantastically. I have had no issues whatsoever. Personally, big shout out to Manscaped for sending this on over so I can sit here and I can talk to you fine folks. Again, 20% off, free shipping, promo code BLEAVPW. Go to manscaped.com. Check them out. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Bleav in Pro Wrestling podcast and YouTube channels. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. Let's get to some WrestleMania content, shall we? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know who my guest is at this time. It is WrestleMania weekend. She has the most talked about match on the entire card as she defends her Raw Women's Championship against Bianca Belair. Call her what you want. The man, the Big Time Becks, Becky Lynch. How are we doing this weekend?
Oh, I'm doing great. This was a bad idea. You have a forward-facing camera, so now I'm just going to be looking at how great I am.
Well, I'm going to be focused. I'm going to be focused on the camera too, or on you as well, because the hair's fantastic.
It is fantastic, Bianca Belair, thinking she could embarrass me. You can't embarrass somebody that's got no shame.
This build to this match, obviously. Hashtag, by the way, my main event. Just throwing that out there.
The people's main event. Even if the people don't like me anymore, I'll tell you what your main event is. It's me.
Just the build to this match, the emotion, just being able to kind of captivate the audience. You guys have done a spectacular job with doing that, especially with this, go home angle with the hair and everything. Are you guys happy with how everything's kind of progressed and built up towards this?
I can't talk for Bianca, but I feel a lot of emotions about it. Happy, I wouldn't say I'm happy about the way that she has treated me, about the fact that she has scarred my body, crushed my throat, cut my hair. But I am happy that I've beaten her. I am happy that we will go full circle with this story. Yeah. Very rarely does that happen, but it will happen. And we will go full circle. The only thing is that when we go full circle, I'll still be the champ.
What has changed the most between Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 35 and Becky Lynch now?
I don't care what the people think anymore. And that's the best thing ever. That's so freeing. I ain't worried about their opinions. And my God, do they have a lot of opinions. And I'm not worried about offending anybody. The more I offend people, the better. The more they hate me, the more I get more spite. And the more that fuels me, that gives me that energy, that extra edge that I love, that I need, that chip on my shoulder. When I have that chip on my shoulder, I am unbeatable. And well, gosh, I have been unbeatable for this championship for the last 3 freaking years.
Yeah, you have. You're just spitting facts at this point.
I am just spitting facts. It's what I do. I'm a truth teller.
Now, have you thought about, God forbid, the unthinkable? What would happen if you no longer had the Raw Women's Championship? What, the progression, what the build back to reclaiming that might look like?
I only think in possibilities, man. I only think in possibilities. And the only possibility is me holding this title. This title is everything to me, man. This is my identity. This is who I am. I don't even know what I would do with my freaking hands if I made my entrance if I didn't have my title. This is the only way. I can't think about losing this. I can't think about it. I don't like where I would go if I had to think about losing my title. It's all I've ever known. It's all I've known for the last 3 years.
Yeah. And you got a hungry Bianca Belair who's coming at you this weekend, and obviously we're here to promote WrestleMania.
She might be hungry. I am famished. I am famished. The English have taken my potatoes, and I need some frickin' food, man.
Well, you've been begging everybody for snacks, and then all of a sudden, like right before we come on the recording, all of a sudden, the snacks just come. It's good to be the man.
The snacks did just come, and it was delightful. Yeah, I got me some Tim Tams from the Australian folks. I got some cookies from the Netherlands. It is great to be the man.
Yes, no question about that. I know we're obviously here to promote WrestleMania. This, I got to dive into something real quick here, though, because this is an interview that I've wanted for a long time.
Oh, thank you.
And it has a lot to do with I would not be here right now without you. About 3 years or so ago, I was in like a really bad spot, like mentally. Like I have severe like mental health issues, confidence problems, anxiety, things of that nature. And I had reached a point in my career where I was just done. Like I didn't want to try anymore. Like I just didn't want to. I was fine with my place, and that was it. Like nothing was ever going to really work out for me. And all of a sudden, you made your comeback in 2018. And I heard you kind of say a lot of similar stuff in interviews. How you didn't have that confidence in yourself. And I looked at somebody like that I admired because I've always been a fan, and I'm sitting there going, what the hell did she not see that I see? So what do I not see in myself? And so that gave me the kind of like the spark, the confidence, just like send an email, just to throw that out there, right? And that email led to another thing, that led to another thing, that led to another thing, and the last 3 years have been the best 3 years of my career.
Oh man!
And I say that because of you.
Oh.
And I've been wanting to tell you that for 4 years now at this point. And I know you get stuff like that all the time. When you hear things like that, obviously, you're in character that people don't love you. Obviously, there's a lot of people that find you inspirational. What does that mean to you?
You can't come at me with stuff like that. That gets me real emotional, man. I really appreciate that, and I'm so glad that you did do that and that you sent that email, because clearly you are incredible at this.
Oh.
You're a very good interviewer, and you've got a great presence and great energy about you. So thank you so much. That means the world. And so I think that's the thing, is that we forget how universal those doubts are, and how close overcompensation of confidence can be to just crippling insecurity, and so we don't realize that the biggest stars that you see on your TV are doubting themselves and worrying that their stuff isn't good enough, that they're not good enough, that they're old news, that there has been. And it's a constant battle, and especially when you're bombarded, and we're all constantly bombarded by so much negativity and doubt, and you have to find a way to filter that constantly. And my way of doing it is saying, oh, they win. They win. If they get me to doubt myself, then they win, and they can't win because I'm a winner. And so, but yeah, it's just such a universal thing, and it's so good that we're getting to a point where we're talking a lot more about mental health, because I think so many people battle with it, but it's not something you can see, right? And so I love that people are talking about it, and anything that people can draw inspiration from. Big E, for example, has been such a champion of it lately. Yeah. And I mean, you meet Big E, and he is love.
Sweetheart. He's an absolute sweetheart.
Package of love.
Yeah.
And no, you could not say a bad word about him.
No.
One of the most talented people I've ever come across in my life. He is beloved by the world around. And he is somebody who's also dealt with insecurities, with doubt, with things, but he talks about it.
Yeah.
And man, what a champion! And just showing you what's possible, and how wonderful a person you can be when you address these things. Although I don't think Big E's ever been anything other than just frickin' the best.
Yes, absolutely. And I appreciate the kind words. I know as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go and doubt everything that I did over again.
No, you killed it. But that's what everybody does. Anytime I do frickin' anything. Anytime Rebecca Quin does anything, she probably doubts herself. Becky Lynch don't ever doubt herself.
Right.
But no, it's always a struggle to balance the two, and especially when you're in the public space, right? People are always going to be saying stuff to you. They can't win.
Absolutely.
thank you so much. Again, this is a dream come true. Thank you. Hopefully we'll get to do a longer form interview down the road. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you again so much for tuning into this interview and any of the other myriad of things that we have been putting up on the channel this week. Our big, most stupendous WrestleMania preview show with Renee Paquette is up there right now. Check it out. Got my conversation with Montez Ford. Check that out as well. Got a lot coming from the press junket as well. Again, like, share, subscribe. We really appreciate the support. And also got to give a quick shout out to our friends over at Bet Online, because again, without them, we wouldn't be here right now. And we are finally here. It is Final Four weekend, by the way, not just WrestleMania. It's Final Four weekend. Top 4 teams in college basketball battling it out for the national championship. If you're looking to wager on these games or the national championship itself, head on over to betonline.ag on your desktop or grab your mobile device. Sign up today. Receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code Bleav to get started. That is BLEAV. BetOnline remains your number one spot for all of the updated odds and info, along with player props and new contests throughout the year. It is the best source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and everyone's favorite Vegas casino games and poker games. It is super easy to get started. So join today. What are you waiting for? Learn why everyone is saying BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on sports. BetOnline, where the game starts.